Well, it's nice to join you on a Thursday evening. I am back at home after quite a busy day, looking after and running after kids today. So it's always nice to chat to Nino Podesta because I find it extremely therapeutic, Nino, to chat to a man that knows his form inside out. I just told you before we came on here, I've taken a break from study. I mean, I studied obviously for today's card, and I think we took really well today. Thanks very much to Julius Mariba for also speaking to us on the weekend. He told us straight that Fortune's Horse would win, and it went start to finish today in that 4-horse race.
Good evening, Nico. You're talking about Good Counsel?
Yes, Good Counsel. Yeah.
Yeah, I made it a good thing myself.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave that the thumbs up to us. But what does the card look like? I see we're back on the turf tomorrow for racing on the turf. And before we go into tomorrow, I've got to say extremely well done on your value bet last week. You took Princess of Fire. When we did the show, because we like doing the show for PE on Thursday nights, you got the lot 16-1. I think it was backed heavily after you tipped it.
Well, Nico, can you believe that it actually started the Tate favorite on the day?
Paying R3 or something.
Paid R3 on the Tate. You know, but we tipped it on the Thursday. It was the second last horse in the betting, sitting at, I think, around about 16-1. You were right.
I looked carefully because I had to do the slides for the show. So I went and checked on various websites, and there wasn't one website that had it shorter than 14-1. 14-1 was the least odds it was. And that just shows you, if you're listening to us on a Thursday evening like tonight, what you might get when Nino comes forward and gives us his best bet, because I can tell everyone that it's in the same sort of price region, 14 and 16-1.
But Nino, the value bet.
Yeah, the value bet. We're not going to let the cat out the bag. We are, however, going to go through the races one by one. I'm just going back to last week, actually, with Princess of Fire. Just going to have a look at exactly what happened. It was 16-1, backed into 33-10.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That's the unbelievable nature of the game. Anyway, we've got racing on Friday, the 7th of October. I'm going to bring you up Nino's selections now. He sent them to me a bit earlier. So I'm going to just put these up here for you. Here we go. Right. First race is a maiden plate, and it's over 1,200 meters. And you're all over number 2, Global Mark. Rachel Vennick had a good winner for Paul Matcher today. And she rides this, number 2, Global Mark.
Nico, I'm not all over this. I think this is a bit of a tappy race. I think this has got the best form in the race.
Yeah.
If you look at his 2 course and distance run, second behind Paulie, and fourth behind Great Melody, and third behind Absolute Noir. Now, behind Absolute Noir, he's got a couple beaten here, like My Lord and Master, and he's got Dog Attachment beaten. I think he's got BB Power beaten, and he's got Danny Boy beaten behind Therayaman. So I think he brings the best form into the race. Number 14, he ran a good race first time out, but it's a filly against the boys. So I think she's going to have a work cut out. So I am in the camp of number 2, but I do give chances to number 3, Let Me Go. Maybe Kelly Mitchley has been doing very well with this.
Absolutely. We've sung her praises from the rooftops here, and we've been right. She's really, last week we tipped that other winner of hers quite confidently, you and I, and she won with that. By the way, Muzi Yeni came off in the last race today, so Kelly's already replaced Muzi with Ryan Munger, who will ride Let Me Go in this race.
Okay. I thought Muzi was okay. They said he was got up immediately.
Well, he might be, but she's already replaced him. I don't know whether she knew something, but Muzi's off and Ryan Munger's on that.
Okay, so Global Mark, the horse to beat, chances to Let Me Go, Amy's Idol, Globe Tonic, and then 2 big outsiders to put in the bipod. You saw what happened in the first leg of the bipod on Friday, eh?
Yes, I did.
So this has got a familiar look. This maybe Great Ecstasy from a good draw with with Louis McCox were up, and Dog Detachment.
Okay, so that is Nino's take on the first. Not a nice race at all. Go as wide as possible in the opening leg of the bipod. Race 2 is a maiden plate 1400. This is the only scratching on the card as of Thursday night. Number 4 is out. Duchess of Africa is scratching. The other change, it doesn't affect us. Small field over here, a race over 1400 for fillies and mares. My Apple Pie knocking on the door for that maiden win. She's come to form nicely. Since they took the blinkers off, she's realized a bit of potential.
Yeah, she has. When the blinkers came off, she ran 2 very good runs, but so did number 7, Flowers of Night. Also over course and distance. Big runners. Now, number 1, I'm in love. You know, I'm wary of these ex-Paul Peter horses. I think I want to give them a run. They all seem to be needing their runs, or maybe they're getting used to the training methods of the new trainers.
Yeah.
But, you know, we saw a Big Burn the other day run a flat race, and the one today that over the 1,000. What was it called? Steinberg or something.
Yeah, Spielberg.
Also ran down. So I don't know what to make these ex-Paul Peter horses, but he's got the form to be competitive here, Nico. I don't know. Maybe you will know more about this horse than what I do. I see it was running in Cape Town. I can't remember. Was it with Justin in Cape Town?
I think it might have been with Justin. I don't remember it. It probably was with Justin. I think,
yeah, but
didn't Suzette Viljoen own it? I'm sure Suzette owned it. Suzette Viljoen.
I'm not sure. I can't remember it. And then the biggest improver is well-bred horse of Alan Clear, River Birch. The Silvano. She's had 2 runs on the poly. I think the long Fairview straight is going to suit her much better. And she's going to run a forward race. So 1, 2, 5, and 7. The winner will definitely come from one of those horses.
Right, so I've just moved to a better area here because it was getting pretty dark where I was standing. So 1, 2, 5, and 7 in no particular order. Nino selections for race 2, which does open up the place accumulator. It is a maiden plate, as I mentioned. 4 is scratched. Now on to the start of the pick 6. Race 3 is the Racehorse Owners Association plate. This is over 1,400 meters. Some nice horses actually run in the third race. I'm going to come to your selection in a moment, just to tell you in the third that no blinkers for number 5, then in focus. No blinkers. Compression mask on number 2, Kaya's Hope. And then also just to note that this horse has been gelded then in focus. Was gelded on the 18th of June. So that would have been prior to his maiden win when he won by 6.5 lengths. So that is an actual gelding, that horse now. Okay, so Keegan DeMello goes to ride. He's retained by Kaya Stables. We know that he rides for Lady Christine Laidlaw. He's having the time of his life in the saddle, is Keegan DeMello. And he travels down to Gqeberha to ride Kaya's Hope. This horse is really well overdue now for its next win.
Yeah, Nico, and this is a very confident selection, and I think it will be short in the betting. So this is my best bet on the card, but obviously we can't tip it because I'm sure it will be 8, 7 to 10.
7 to 10. 7 to 10, Kaya's Hope. 7 to 10.
Yeah, I can't see this getting beaten. But I do think that number 4 will run second. There's a nice exactor for the people. 2 confidently to beat 4.
2 and 4. Okay. Third, you've gone for number 9, Double Destiny, who hasn't got such bad form. And then Sandbank for 4th.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I don't know. Anything can run 3rd and 4th. But I know the 2 will win the race. And the 4 will be either 2nd or 3rd. But definitely in the placing.
Okay, yeah, very, very good form, Kaya's Hope. He's run to Korea, he's run to Cliff Top, who runs later in the day. We'll talk about him just now. He was actually gelded in May, and he's run 3 seconds since his gelding.
Well, he ran 2nd to Port Louis in the feature.
That's
but
right.
The last one was even more impressive. Running against older horses, Narcos was giving them a lot of weight, and Narcos came out to win, and And there was a horse on Friday that ran behind Narcos and came out to win that we actually tipped. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. Okay, so very confident selection there. Kaya's open the third. We kick on to the fourth race, a Pinnacle Stakes, fillies and mares. A mile is the trip in race 4. Let's look at the changes. Compression mask on 7, Dame of Flames. And then number 2, Integrity, Alamites in front, Unshod behind. Santa Therese is another one of your all-time favorite horses. Yeah. She's back to a 1,600-meter trip after winning over the 2,000 last time out. But I remember during the midst of lockdown, you made Santa Therese's name famous. You tipped it every time as a best bet, and it never let you down.
Never, and it won't let me down tomorrow. I mean, really, at these weights tomorrow, that's the second best bet on the card. The only danger to me is number 4, Phoenix, but I'm very, very confident of Santa Therese. If you just have a look at, I think she's had 4 runs over course and distance for 3 wins. Just check the record out there.
5 course and distance, 3 wins, a second and a third.
Correct. Brilliant form. She loves the course and distance. At the weights, she's slung in at the weights, and she's going to be very, very hard to beat.
Yeah. You're tipping, as you said, Phoenix for second, and then you've got this horse which we tipped last time out, Dame of Flames into third. So didn't we tip it last time out, Dame of Flames?
Yes, we did, but she was carrying a heavy weight.
Yeah.
I thought I tipped her as a value bet on the card, but you know, the weight put her down there, Nico. She was carrying too much weight against her horses. She was giving 2.5 kilos to Envy Dance. She's now level weights with her, and I think the 1,600 is a bit better for her, the extra 100 meters. I think she could be there. So Santa Therese confidently tipped to win from Phoenix, Envy Dance, and Dame of Flame.
Okay, that's the fourth race for you as we move into race 5 at 20 to 3 Friday afternoon. It's a merit rated 90 handicap over a mile. In race number 5, number 2, Legitimate, has blinkers and a compression mask. No blinkers for 3, Star of the South. And then 7, Atkinson Grimshaw, blinkers and a compression mask. So quite a few equipment changes in race 5. Your top choice is the in-form Sharon Kotson Moon Game. Now, he's won 3 out of his last 4 starts, and you've tipped him to Rowan again here.
Well, I think Moon Game and Inslabini, they've been running against each other all the time. I think Inslabini has beaten Moon Rock. No, he beat Inslabini. Carrying 57, he comes down half. Inslabini comes down 2.5. So there's going to be nothing. Tell me just quickly that Rachel Venica, is she -1 or is she +1 on this?
No, she's -1. So -1.5, but because she weighs more than 53, she's actually weighing in at 53.5. The horse has to carry 53.5.
Okay, so actually Inslabini's got the beating of Moonrock, but those are the 2 form horses.
Yeah.
But I don't think the race stops there. Nico, I'm so glad to see the blinkers been taken off Star of the South. Well, I knew that on Tuesday because I was told that the blinkers were coming off. He took a hold of Greg Sheenlaw, of Richard Fourie, on the folly last time out with the blinkers on. And he went like 1,000,000 miles an hour and just tired. Clearly, the blinkers didn't do him any favors. So nice to see the blinkers are taken off. I think he's in with a chance. Ferrari's Ice has to always be respected. Legitimate can also go in the exotics. Storm Commander with Keegan de Mello, and then Gold Rock. So if you look beyond the Moon Game and Inslabini, it becomes quite an open race.
Yeah. Anyway, you're going 4 and 5 as the anchors then in race 5 with anything else. If those 2 bluff their lines, 4 and 5 cover the field there. as Neil Andrews would like to say. Let's move on to race 6 at 3:15. Fillies and Mares 76 handicap. It's a sprint 1,000 meters they're contesting here. Jockey on number 9, Claseri, is Ryan Munger. He rides Claseri. Well, Angel Debs is another horse in good form. Just got touched off last time by Stolen Kiss under Joshua and Solomon's. Duncan McKenzie's got his yard in good order. He's got both Angel Debs and Princess Debs here.
Correct. I think he's got the key to this race. And yet again, we'll do a Neil Andrews here, and it's 3 and 4 cover the field, because I really believe they're going to dominate here. My slight preference because of the jockey, you see, he jumps off Princess Debs to ride Angel Debs, Luna Cochran, and she's getting 2.5 kilos. So for that reason, I'm leaning towards Angel Debs, but Princess Debs is very much alive. And to me, I think they've got the race to themselves. And again, it's either those two or then you've got to load up, because often in T can cause upset, so can Delicacy. Rhythm of the Rain, I'm not so sure, just won a maiden last time. Baby Don't Hurt Me is a ex-Peters also. I just want to see how that runs. I think maybe that's going to need a run. And Claseri definitely got a chance. She ran a very good race after a maiden win. So it's either 3 and 4 or go wide again.
Okay, 3 and 4, the two anchors then in race 6. As we move on to the feature, race 7 is the 1,200 meter up the straight Craddock Place Stakes. And there are no changes. Race 7 is as carded. Your top choice here is Cliff Top. Now, I mentioned this earlier on. Last time out, you stuck with it. You're very loyal to the horses that you go for. Last time out, ran 4th to Narcos. That was in that same race that we mentioned earlier on. What horse was it that ran earlier?
Kaya's Hope.
Kaya's Hope. That's right, Kaya's Hope. So if Kaya's Hope wins, it'll be a big plus for Cliff Top. But I think that you're right. I think that this horse is knocking on the door for that 3rd win. And I think with Richard Faree back on board, that this will win.
I think so too, Nico. And it's not if Kaya's Hope wins, it's when she wins, and this form will be franked. And the fact that Richard Faree would have had a choice here between Whatever Next and Cliff Top, the fact that he stayed on Cliff Top must mean something, and means a lot to me. Last time out, he was having his first run since Gelding, since June. That's June, July, August. 3 months. In between, he was gelded. He was drawn 1 out of 14. Now, I watched that race very closely. And that draw of number 1 did him no favors. He struggled to get over to the outside of the track. And you could see he was clearly in need of this run. But tomorrow he's drawn 10, and it's going to be a whole different story here. I cannot see Whatever Next or Captain Tatters giving so much weight to the stock class 3-year-old. So for me, even though this was my 3rd best bet on the card, because I couldn't tip the other 2 because of the prices, so this becomes the best bet on the card.
Okay, yeah, best bet of the day is number 10, Cliff Top, 5-2. Now, we're saying you can ask for a bit of 3-1 on a Thursday night. Let's see what price this one starts on Friday. Cliff Top is Nino Podesta's banker bet of the day, his best bet of the day. To Tabito in the top weights here, as you heard from Nino, they certainly warrant inclusion if you're going wider, Whatever Next and Captain Tatters. And then number 5, Like That, Lucy's Tip to Run, back and forth in the feature. We're moving into the last race at 4:30. It's a classified stakes, Fillies and Mares, 1,200 meters. Let's just bring you up to speed with any changes. I don't see any changes here. They might filter through during the course of the morning on Friday, but certainly race 8 appears at this stage all clear. Right, on to your selection for the last race, Big Sky Country. Now, tell me all about Big Sky Country here.
Well, you know what, Nico, I've been waiting for this horse since it came to Pia. The poly wasn't good for it last time. Drawn 14, JP van der Merwe. Have a look at that last run when she ran over the Scottsville 12. She was drawn 14 out of 15, and you must just take in mind that the high draws at Scottsville are not good most of the time. So she was actually drawn very badly that day, and she was beaten only half a length by Dancing Girl. Tomorrow she's got the perfect draw. Forget the last run on the poly, drawn right up on the outside. I think at 14-1, we might be going back to tipping last race winners again at long prices. If you can remember.
Well, there was a particular guy that always followed you, and just all he did was he got home from work on a Friday. I think he might have poured himself a whiskey or a brandy, and then he looked at what Nino Podesta liked at the last race, and he hit them 9 times out of 10 at big prices. So you've got at least one fan out there still following you, because you've made him a lot of cash and lockdown. Look, Big Sky Country, I don't know the horse that well. I know she's the ex-Lafferty runner from KwaZulu-Natal. I'm prepared, obviously, to go with you. We went with you with Princess of Fire. We got the absolute lot. So let's hope for Big Sky Country. So this is your best value bet of the day. Big Sky Country in race number 8 is currently at 16-1 where I'm looking, 14-1 in places, 16-1 in other places. You're having a dip.
Yeah, I'm going to have a small dip. I wouldn't be leaving it out of any bet. But obviously, you know, Nico, it's a kind of race where there's a good couple of horses with chances, and we've got Conquer the World there again. Coming in with 49.5. I just believe this horse has to be ridden properly. I don't know if
not for me tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not for me. It had
You've had enough of that.
No, well, last time I had a dip. I thought it should have won. Young Solomon's got a bit complacent, but I think it should have won. But look, point being is that, I think it's got its work cut out. I'm prepared to go for Big Sky Country ahead of it. What about this Carbonado that you haven't put anywhere in the places? Is that not in the progressive?
I put it in the. I was just going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I was just
not
a bit
drawn well.
about
Drawn at 1, not drawn well either.
Sometimes in PE the draw doesn't matter. You would preferably like to be drawn towards the middle outside, but I've seen them win from those draws. It's not easy, but if the track is running fast, they can move over and win. It's not as bad as Scottsville, but definitely got a chance. Say as Miss Venezuela that we liked last time.
Yeah, we did like that. Yeah, 66-1. We tipped that to run place. It ran second.
And then also I would like for people to look at not to leave out number 1, No Greater Love.
Yeah.
I heard a bit of a whisper that this was a very good horse, and it was sold. There's no problem. It wasn't taken away from Alan. It was sold, and the horse has got ability.
Okay, that's number 1. No
the
Greater
best of
Love.
Alan, by the way, the best of Alan's horses is number 3. How do you pronounce it?
Wire.
Okay. So 1, 3, 7, 8, 9, and 14. You should survive the PA with all those numbers.
Yeah, that seems to be quite wide there. Okay, so that was a look at Nino's selections for the 8 races on the card. We're going now to the all-important bipot numbers, which we're going to go and have a look at now. Bipot starts in race number 1. And you're tipping a perm for 144 Rand, Nino. So let's run through the 6 legs of the bipot. Let's go for it.
Okay. So the first leg, I'm taking no chances and hoping to get a result like we got last week. So I'm putting in number 1, Great Ecstasy. Number 2, Global Mark. Number 3, Let Me Go. Number 5, Dog Detachment. Number 8, Globe Tonic. And number 14, Amy's Idol. Second leg, 1, I'm in Love. 2, My Apple Pie. 5, River Birch. And 7, Flowers of Night. Then I'm banking number 2, Kaya's Hope. I'm banking Santa Therese. I'm putting in number 3, Star of the South. Number 4, Moon Game. And number 5, Inslabini. And then I'm going 2 horses at the back. Number 3, Princess Debs. And number 4, Angel Debs. The 2 Debbies.
The two Debs, yeah, for Duncan McKenzie. To round up that bet, 144 Rand, 14 Rand 40 gets you 10%, 28 Rand 80, 20%, and 72 Rand for 50%. Now, the best bet of the day, just confirmation that that comes up in race 7. It's number 10, the Alan Creef trained Cliff Top. We both think this shows a bit of value in the market at 5-2. And we think that'll win. And the value bet for the day, Nino trying to follow up on Princess of Winter from last week, tipping another 14-1 outsider in race 8. It's number 7, Big Sky Country. It's now
Princess of Fire, Nico. Princess of Fire, not Winter.
Oh, that's a Princess of Winter. Princess of Fire, that's right. Princess of, there's so many horses running these days. Big Sky, as long as I don't do that in the commentary, it's fine. As long as I can do it on the show, not in the commentary. Big Sky
Nico,
Country. By the way, just looking at Big Sky Country, do you remember the song by Big Sky? Was it a song name or was it
no.
Was it a song name or was it a band name?
I can't remember a song or a band by that name, but I'm sure there must have been.
I know Mr. Andrews would know this. I'm going to just quickly Google it while we're online because
while you Googling that, can I just suggest a treble tomorrow for the guys? Really, they've got to take this.
Yeah.
Kaya's Hope, Santa Therese, and Cliff Top.
That treble, hey? Okay, that treble. Or a patent, maybe even. Or you want just a straight on treble, do you?
Just a straight on treble.
Okay. Let's try and... The guy's name was Chris Whiteley.
Never heard of him.
Chris Whiteley. The song is called Big Sky Country. I don't actually know it, but there was a song called Big Sky Country. It was sung by Chris Whiteley. But I also think that there was a band called Big Sky Country as well. Which I'm going to, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there must have been. There's a million bands.
Yeah. Anyway,
there must have been one.
We're going to leave it there. We're rambling on. Nino, thanks for your time on this Thursday evening. We're looking forward to racing on Friday. I just wanted to also say well done with you for tipping on our tipping sheet last week. We had a lot of people coming through last weekend for our first in our series of the Direct Line. That'll come up again at the end of October because we've got that big meeting end of October. It's the Allied Steel Road On a Mission Mile, Saturday the 29th. You've got a PE meeting on the 28th. We've got a Durban meeting on the Monday. I think we've got a Cape Town meeting on the Sunday. So we've got all 4 venues for our Clock in the Gallop Direct Line subscribers to come on board at the end of the month, at the end of October. So well done.
Yeah, thank you. And well done to you. For Saturday, I know the team liked Dancing Dora and they liked Eastern World at 25-1.
Yeah, that's right. That was on Tuesday. Yeah, we put that on the sheets. That was Candice Dawson's horse, correct?
Yeah, and we labeled the Light of the Moon, and we labeled that other one. I can't remember. Time for something. Time for love or something.
Yeah, can't remember.
Number 4.
We tipped really well. Even in Durban, I thought we had a good day down in Durban as well. Peter Muscat had a very good day down in Durban on Sunday at that combined meeting. And yeah, anyway, okay, that's where we're going to leave it, Nino. Thanks very much for your time. Looking forward to chatting to you soon. Next week when you come on. Yeah, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, there's a meeting on Tuesday, so we have to talk on Monday.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to talk on Monday. That's why I said next week. And there is a meeting on Tuesday and a meeting on Friday. But next time when you come on, I want you to look at the nominations for the Gauteng Summer Cup. They came out last week. There's now a log. Yeah. There's now a Summer Cup log. Remember last year with Flying Carpet?
Yeah, Neil liked that.
So, you know, it is October now. We're starting to get into the throes of trying to pick the Summer Cup winner. So the Clock in the Gallop team want to find the winner early. I know Keegan Lutchman is one of our big supporters on the show. Keegan, if you're watching, we're going to find you the Summer Cup winner again. You got on.
I'm going to find it. It's my turn. If you remember, I found Summer Pudding the year before.
That's
Neil
right.
found Flying Carpet, and I'll find the winner for this year.
Yeah, so we got Flying Carpet at a good price. Anyway, Keegan, if you're watching this show, I'm dedicating to you because you're a fascinating guy, and you send us all the support that we need. If we only had one subscriber here on Clock in the Gallop, it would be you. Thanks very much, Nino. Thanks. We'll speak to you again soon.
Thank you, Nico. All the best. Goodbye.
Bye.